So why? So why the zoo? I used to enjoy going to the zoo as a child. I used to think that I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was younger, until I realized what was really going on behind the cages. Go ahead and switch. It was unnatural for the animals to be there. They looked sad and they always looked alone. I used to love going to the lions sanctuary, and I noticed that they were never visible when I would go, and I noticed later on why. Have you ever felt small and helpless? Millions of animals are torn away from their families, regular habitat, to be in the zoos, just to be put behind the glasses for our own entertainment. Today I'm going to be talking to you about zoo captivity and the downfalls in it. My name is Delilah. Did you know that African elephants are meant to live 3 times more than they do in the zoos? They're put in small cages, confined spaces where they aren't able to really roam around. Orcas can live up to 100 years, but due to SeaWorld, they live up to 14 years in captivity. Go ahead. Here's a picture of one of their captivities. This is the SeaWorld one. Sometimes they'll leave them in there if they're behaving badly, and there's been videos where the orcas bang their heads constantly against the walls, and the SeaWorld has tried to deny it and say that it's just the sound that the cages make. But there's been researchers who've seen and analyzed the video over and over. So I remember the other day we were talking about the lions' captivity. This is what they look like. They have a big old dip so that they aren't able to get out, and the walls are really large, but they only have so little space to play or to run around in. Go ahead and see. Depression. Animals suffer from depression most times due to the lack of space and the lack of other encounters with animals. It's been proven that they've self-harmed themselves. Orcas bang their heads against the thing. They're all isolated and alone, when usually some animals travel in packs, they end up being by themselves. And it's a result to anxiety to these animals. Go ahead. Okay, the solution to this would be the rehabilitation centers. They're meant to help hurt or wounded animals, so they do not take animals in unless there's an issue with them. They do release them shortly after, and it's a popular thing for other countries, but not in the US. A lot of the other countries, such as Australia, have no zoos at all. They have more so the rehabilitation centers. And then another fact that I just wanted to say was that the orcas, their dorsal fins start to collapse after a while because they aren't getting as much space as they need. They have to swim 4,280 laps around their own tank in order to swim as much as they would in the wild. They have no space at all. Go ahead. Alright, so then my call to action would be to visit this website, World Animal Protection. I went to that myself, and I actually did donate because I've seen they have a lot of information. They have many opportunities for us. They have daily news for us to see and be updated on the issues. So in conclusion, these animals are being treated badly. They suffer from depression, anxiety, and their captivity spaces are not big enough for themselves. So don't support the zoo. Good. And then I really like sloths, so.